Welcome friends. I am here with UPSC Prelims questions of 2025. So UPSC can trap you with finance terms. Can you identify which investment tools are actually alternative investment funds? So first question is on that. With reference to investment, consider the following. Bonds. Number one is bonds. Two is hedge funds. C is stocks. And third is stocks. Fourth is venture capital. So how many of the above are treated as alternative investment funds? Options are A, only one, B, only two, C, only three, D, answer, D, all the four. So answer is B, that is only two. In India, alternative investment funds are privately pooled investment vehicles regulated by Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI. So hedge funds and venture capital funds are AIF and the rest are not. Question number 2. Based on income source of RBI. Have you ever wondered how RBI actually earns money? Question is based on this. Which of the following are source of income for Reserve Bank of India? First is buying and selling government bonds. Second is buying and selling foreign currency, and third is pension and management, fourth is lending to private companies, and fifth is printing and distributing currency notes. You have to select the answer from the following options, that is A, 1 and 2 only, B, 2, 3 and 4, C, 1, 3, 4, 5, and D is 5. So answer is A, that is 1 and 2 only. Because major income source of Reserve Bank of India include open market operations, that is buying and selling of government securities, and foreign exchange transactions. So pension and fund management are not RBI income source. Lending to private companies generally not done by RBI, and printing notes is not an income function, but it is expenditure function. Question number 3. Business responsibility and sustainability report based question. So corporate sustainability reports are now a UPSC favorite question. Question is, consider the following statement. First statement is, RBI mandates all listed companies in India to submit BRSR, Business Responsibility Sustainability Report. And second is, BRSR disclosures are largely non-financial in nature. Options are A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D is neither 1 nor 2. Answer is B, that is 2 only. SAR is mandated by Securities and Exchange Board of India, not RBI. It focuses on ESG disclosures. So what is ESG? It is environmental, social and governance disclosure, which are mainly non-financial. So only statement 2 is correct. Next question is based on agriculture, income and taxation. Agriculture plus taxation is very important for UPSC. So question is, statement 1, income from allied agricultural activities like poultry, farming and wool rearing in rural areas is exempted from tax. Second statement is, rural agricultural land is not treated as a capital asset under the Income Tax Act 1961. Options are both are correct, and second statement explains one. Option B is both are correct, but second does not explain one. C, one correct, second incorrect. D, one incorrect, second correct. Answer is D. Statement 1 is not correct, but statement 2 is correct, because poultry farming and wool rearing are not considered agricultural income under tax law. Rural agricultural land is excluded from definition of capital asset. So statement 2 is correct. Question number 5. Based on bond holders and stock, so who is safer during a company collapse? Shareholder or bondholder? Statement 1 says bondholders are relatively at lower risk than stockholders. Statement 2 says bondholders are lenders whereas stockholders are owners. Statement 3 says bondholders get repayment priority over stakeholders. So options are 2 and 3 are correct and explain 1. Option B is 1 and 2 are correct and explain 2. C option is only 1, 2, only 1 of 2 and 3 is correct. And option D is neither 2 nor 3 is correct. Answer is A. Both statements 2 and 3 are correct and explain statement 1. Bondholders lend money to the company and shareholders own equity. In liquidation, bondholders are paid before shareholders. Therefore, bonds are generally less risky because they are paid before. India's options trading boom. Best question. India dominates global options trading, but is it really safe for small investors? Question arises here. So statement 1 is India accounts for a very large share of global equity option contracts traded. Second is India's stock market overtook Hong Kong's market capitalization at one point. Third is there is no regulator to warn investors or act against unregistered advisors. Options are 1 and 2 only. B option is 2 and 3 only. Option C is 1 and 3 only. Option D is 1, 2 and 3. So answer is option 1, that is 1 and 2 only. India has become one of the world's largest options trading market. India's market capitalization briefly surpassed Hong Kong. Statement 3 is wrong because Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, regulates markets and acts against illegal advisors. Next question is based on tax to GDP ratio. A falling tax to GDP ratio may secretly reveal economic slowdown. Is it true? Question is, a decrease in tax to GDP ratio indicates which of the following? Showing economic growth rate, less equitable distribution of national income. These two statements are there and options are A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, both 1 and 2, and D, neither 1 nor 2. Answer is A, 1 only. The tax to GDP ratio measures tax collection relative to economic size. A declining ratio may indicate slowing growth rate or weak tax collection. It is not directly prove inequality in the income distribution. So statement 1 is true. So that's all for today. Thank you.